Hey guys, it is Silver Star Automotive. It is Thursday. Hey, I just want to talk to y'all real quick. Sometimes, you come to work every day no matter what your job is, and everything gets redundant after a while. That's just part of going to work. But then there's a few things that'll happen once in a while that make you kind of take a step back and be thankful for what you're doing. We had one of those happen yesterday. A client came in, I worked on their vehicle, and I try to keep my shop clean. Eric and I do as best we can to keep everything organized, because if anybody knows me knows I'm kind of a freak when it comes to organization and all this kind of stuff and cleanliness. We had a client came in, it was the first time in, and we got his car done, and he gave me, I think, one of the biggest compliments you can get is the fact that he's like, I didn't know what to expect when I came in or when I was referred to come here, because unfortunately most small shops and even moderate sized shops, you go to them and they're kind of cluttered, they're kind of dirty, the floors aren't swept, the guy's hands are just, the guy's hands are black and all this kind of stuff. And he said, and I quote, "I truly appreciate the professionalism that your shop demonstrates. I can just tell you take the time, you clean the shop, you can tell by the floors are kept clean. We don't really have an office per se. I mean, Erica's got her office. We don't have a waiting room. This shop's not designed for that. Being an individual, it's hard for somebody to wait on a vehicle, even though we're getting to them a lot quicker now. We're usually getting the cars and getting them diagnosed within a day, 2 at the very most, which is great. But this gentleman had to wait on some parts to come in from the manufacturer, which is not uncommon. But it really makes you feel good, when you just, the day-to-day, you just don't think, wiping down that toolbox or wiping down the benches or sweeping the floor, making sure the garbage is out. The little mundane things, that the bathroom is clean. Your uniform is not just filthy. Your hands, they see you wearing gloves when you work on a vehicle. All the little details that you come to take for granted every day, and somebody, and like I said, this was their first time in our shop. And to make that comment and shake my hand, he goes, "I just can't tell you, I really appreciate the professionalism." Obviously, with our communication and things like that, because I'm a firm believer, no news is good news. We're not going to blow you up on the phone. We're not going to be bothering you all the time. When we have news to tell you, then we'll tell you the news. Because I'm one of those people, I don't want to be bothered all the time either. But, it's just one of those, kind of like an attaboy and stuff, and we really appreciate that kind of stuff, because we do take pride in that. Eric and I really try to make, being a small shop, just her and I, and, it's rough. Everybody knows that. I mean, business is tough. And it just, those little things like that, just really makes you feel good. So it kind of sets you off for, the rest of your work week, and it just, you just say thank you and you're grateful and stuff like that. So, hey, whatever you're doing in life, even if, you're in a retirement stage right now, just take a step back too and be like, if you go into some place like a Starbucks or something like that, and it's kind of organized, they seem like they got a pretty good system going in place, maybe you want to say something like that to them. Hey, I really appreciate how efficient you guys were, and you guys have a great day. And that's what I'm going to say to you guys. We appreciate all of you so very much. You have no idea. And I know we're kind of known as a specialty shop and things like that, which is fine. We are trying to stay in contact with more people, about doing the smaller things, which we do. But hey, again, Eric and I just want to say thank you. We value you, not just as people that come in to have cars worked on, just people to talk with. Being people. All the other stuff out there doesn't really matter, because when it cuts down to it, we're all people. And believe it or not, a lot of us, we do share the same interest. We don't have to agree on everything. And unfortunately, in these times right now, there's a lot of that going on. But just remember, at the core, family, people have faith. It's what makes us who we are. So say something nice to somebody. Give them a smile. And you may be surprised what comes back in return. Or somebody may like, "Oh, what are you smiling about?" But in the big picture, when they take a step back and think about it maybe later that day, they'll be like, I think I'll smile at somebody too. Well, hey, it's almost time for the weekend. We got to get through Thursday afternoon. And we will be talking to y'all next week. You guys have a great one, and we'll talk to you soon.